I'm really excited to make it. That is what we're going to be making today. Also, you were not clickbaited. I later changed my mind from the tote bag to the overalls. More on that later. Hello! This week I've spent an excessive amount of time scrolling Pinterest, and I stumbled across this pattern. This adorable little crochet bunny purse. The pattern is by Bunny Mia and Slippy Stitches, and it is available to purchase as just the pattern or the pattern plus a video walkthrough. Therefore, I will not be walking you through the pattern itself. I will be linking this in the description of this video, and I'm really excited to make it. That is what we're going to be making today. Also, you were not clickbaited. I later changed my mind from the tote bag to the overalls. More on that later. There we are, the yarn stash. Obviously we're going to need a dark brown, white. These are the same. And the third one is like a cream color, cream brown. Looking at those two together, I think it'll be fine. I think detail will still pop. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this. Firstly, I followed the granny square pattern, following the same color variation used in the reference. I used my yarn needle to attach the ears and stitch the adorable little faces on. This was about the point when I realized it wouldn't work for me as a tote bag. I compared them to the largest tote bag I own, which is pretty much as big as I prefer to go. So I decided instead to make them into an adorable pair of overalls. Before assembling, I needed to fix the brown ones. Apparently I had used the wrong color, and this one actually needs the brown stitching on the face. Unfortunately, I had already completed them, so I had to start them all over again. I made a quick colored sketch to ensure that I attached them all correctly to maintain a consistent pattern. The tote only called for 18 granny squares, while the overalls would need 24. So after making the extra squares, I briefly blocked them out and then got to assembling. My little granny square hack is to use a contrasting color to my work to loosely tie together the squares, making the stitches far easier to follow. Once again, using my yarn needle, I stitched across and down each row like a grid. Here is how it's looking so far. I'm going to drape it over my mannequin and just kind of go from there. I think for the most part it's looking really good. It's a little bit lumpy bumpy in a few spots, but I think that it can be fixed. I'm going to come through, sew together these two and then these ones here need to connect to the ones in the front. I'm a little bothered that it's the same color, but I think it'll be fine because those ones are gonna be basically like inner thigh anyways, so that should go pretty well. And of course the waist here is like really bunchy, so I'm going to probably put some kind of like border that I can thread things through. Some double crochets, which are fairly tall, and it'll weave in and out of the double crochets. Then making the strap connected there, probably by buttons. From there, they will probably crisscross and attach like probably at the top of this seam here. Get started on sewing these together and go from there. Here I am making the waistband. Okay, so I've added border, but basically after I finished adding those stitches, I just made a row out of chains and then a single crochet stitch across the top of that. Tied it on the ends here and here, wove it through, so then I just tie it like a bow, basically. Here's how it's looking so far. I think so far it's really cute. And then I'm gonna come along the base here and just do a little edge, probably with like little scallops. I think it looks so cute. I'm gonna go ahead and add those finishing details, and then from there we will head to the reveal. Though I didn't record making the straps, here I am adding the scalloped edge before we head to the reveal. Alrighty, we are done. It is about that time for most of you to hop off the video, so I'm going to go ahead and just quickly say that I will be linking this pattern down below. It was listed when I first found it as $5, but when I actually followed the link, I found out that was $5 Canadian. As an American, that means it was like about $3 and change, like somewhere between $3 and $4 for me. So I will be linking that down below. Please go support this creator if this is something that you would like to try out. Even if you want to make the tote bag that this video started as, or if you want to use these granny square patterns for something else. They have a lot of potential for a lot of things. Let's take a look at what I did and didn't like about this. I will try to keep this brief. Super stinking cute. All of the little bunny faces are just so adorable and wonderful. It fits mostly good. This one seam right here, the stitching between it's just a little bit tight. Not that it feels tight when I'm wearing it, but that when there's a lot of moving and stretching of the rest of the granny squares, that part doesn't move and stretch. So that may be something that I change at some point. But other than that, this woven part fits and sits very well. Really love how all of the little scallop details came out at the bottom. And I was worried that all of the ears would be a little too bumpy and feel weird. All of that fits pretty well, actually. I really like how they came out. On to what I didn't like, I think that just because of the size of the granny squares for this pattern, and this may just be my stitch style because I was trying to make bigger stitches, but this front panel is quite big for my torso specifically. It may fit differently on, you know, somebody that's a little bit curvier, but for the most part, it's fine. It wants to sit kind of gapey right here because I have smaller shoulders, so I don't know. I don't know what the best way to fix that would be. I'm not too upset about it. I think just where the front sits here is a little bit odd. I think it's cute. I like how it came out. I really look forward to trying to wear it. I may attempt some adjustments to it just to make it fit a little bit better, but overall, I really love how this one came out. I had so much fun making it. I hope you had fun watching. If this is your first video, thank you so much for tagging along. Feel free to subscribe to see some more of my shenanigans. And if you've liked the video, please like the video. I love you all so much and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.